Hey there, I'm Sarah, the head magic maker at the Sisters Enchanted, where it's our mission to make magic mainstream and help women all over the world conjure joy in their lives through a little bit of everyday magic. And I'm bringing you this week's astrology starspeak astrology forecast for the week of March 31st, 2019. All right, so every week our own headmaster of astrology, Nick MacDonald, writes us a Star Speak astrology forecast for the week ahead. Remember, these are generalizations based on the larger sort of energies going on, but everybody is impacted differently depending on how your planets looked where you were born, your current progress chart, so much to consider when it comes to astrology. So take this as a generalization and then see how it applies to you. Let's see what Nick has to say for the 31st through April 6th. This week, the self-centered sun challenges authoritative Saturn, while abundance magnet Jupiter creates a harmonious trine with our chaotic friend Uranus. That sounds like a lot to the amateur astrologer. Then Mercury, the messenger of the mind, makes its way right on top of Neptune, the planet of illusions and dreams. Prepare for a battle that between your mind prepare for a battle between your mind and your destiny. Dun dun dun. The sun is in independence seeking Aries right now, focusing our energy on what is right in front of us, while Saturn is in goals-oriented Capricorn, putting pressure on us to be responsible for ourselves. Right now, you may feel like the ram butting its head against a brick wall when it comes to the work that needs to be done. Unstoppable force meets immovable object. However, this challenge can be worked through if you don't burn your engines out trying to take the route that doesn't serve you. Work smarter, not harder. That's one of my favorite sayings. And Nick used it. Yeah, don't take the route that doesn't serve you. A battering ram up against a brick wall. It's still a brick wall, no matter how hard you batter that thing. Meanwhile, Jupiter is in perceptive and philosophical Sagittarius, attempting to aid in smoothing over some rough patches on our road created by Uranus and Taurus, the one sign that can't stand chaos. This relationship That's Taurus can't stand chaos, and Uranus is all about unique individuality, letting your freak flag fly, chaos. This relationship will all be about creating some opportunity for us to structure our lives to what is most responsibly beneficial to us in the future. Our perceptions carry some real intuitive genius to them, so trust that the messages you're receiving in relation to your career or love life are coming from a place that is trying to expand your horizons. New ideas can be scary, but they carry the energy to propel you into your destiny. And remember, we have a new moon at the end of this week too, so lots of newness breeding about. Then Mercury in community-focused Pisces meets up with Neptune in Pisces. This union is one that can make our minds lose focus and drift off into the clouds. This past retrograde was here to help you create some healthy boundaries around your mind so others cannot trick or sway you into doing something you may not be comfortable with. Now we are in the first test of those boundaries. The question that comes to mind this week is, will you hold tight to your personal space, or will you allow others to persuade you into toppling over the healthy boundaries that your spirit needs? Think about your future. What do you picture it to be like? This week will be a real test to whether or not we allow ourselves to work for what we desire or fall back into the same cycles we've been relying on. Set your course of action, because after this week, our focus may drift off onto something else, and we will have missed a prime opportunity to progress our soul's expansion. Stand tall, people, Nick says. So lots going on. It looks like we have the sun is in Aries, which is that sort of, that's your sun is this external stuff. And the Aries is that battering ram. And Aries is just going to bust through anything around it to get to what it wants without consideration for anything else. But it looks like it is having some kind of confrontation here with Saturn, which is goal-oriented in Capricorn. And Capricorn's that goat that's doing the hard work. It's all about work, structure, achieving its greatest thing here. So we have this Aries energy that's like, I don't care what happens. And then you have this Capricorn energy with Saturn, which is kind of like Saturn's a big part in a big piece of your birth chart here, which is feeling very like, wait, I need to take the steps, I need to do the things to reach my highest self here, my highest enlightenment. And those can contradict each other. So work smarter, not harder, Nick says. And then I think for sure here, Mercury and Neptune together in Pisces. Stay focused. Keep your head out of the clouds if you can, and make sure that you're seeing what's happening in front of you and not allowing your boundaries to be tested. So that's it for this week's Star Speak. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, where you can watch some short videos about astrology. If all of this seems very overwhelming, you can learn a little bit there, and follow us online, where we love to talk about astrology in general. And until next week, I hope you have an enchanted week ahead, and keep your eyes to the stars, people, because there's always something cool happening. All right, bye.